Ramble.
Before we get into the episode, we want to thank our sponsor, Perry Mason. HBO's next must-watch series, Perry Mason, stars Emmy winner Matthew Rhys in an origin story for American fiction's most legendary criminal defense lawyer. Catch up on the series the Washington Post calls superb, and Vanity Fair lauds as engrossing and unpredictable. Set in 1930s LA, Mason finds that uncovering the truth means exposing a city full of corruption, and everybody is guilty. Co-starring fellow Emmy winners Tatiana Maslany and John Lithgow, Perry Mason airs Sundays at 9 p.m. on HBO and stream it on HBO Max.
Thank you to Perry Mason, MeUndies, and Native Deodorant for sponsoring today's episode.
Hey there, beautiful people, and welcome to the TryPod. We have Sexy Miles.
Hey, cuties.
Beautiful Keith.
Oh, hi there, cuties.
We've got Bootyful Ned.
Hello there.
And we've got Zaddy Zach.
Hi there.
All right, well, just now that everyone is a little roused.
Now that everybody's here.
A lot of fun stuff to talk about.
The big news of the week is our partners launched a podcast. It's called You Can Sit With Us. It launched last week. It's every Tuesday. I don't know about you guys, but it's causing problems in my household.
What? Whoa. Well, you know, they are officially more popular than us.
That's the problem, Ned.
Our first episode did better on YouTube than any of our last 10 episodes.
Maggie now, she's strutting around, and she won't say it because she seems all sweet, but you can tell that she's got this extra pep in her step because she knows that she's already a better podcast host than me. That's fucked up.
Why don't they come back when they've won a Webby Award for comedy?
Actually, the Webbies did reach out, and they...
Oh, really?
Yeah, they just won a
They're
Webby.
taking it back?
Yeah, they're giving it to
Wow.
the TryPod. I know.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, Ariel was pretty thrilled. She was like, "Ooh, I'm a podcast host now." You know, we've always known that Ariel has a sultry voice way
Right.
back. That's, you know, podcast episode 12.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about that all the time. Yeah.
We talk about that all the time. All the time. Standing Miles Nation introduction.
Yes, of course.
Ariel Fulmer. But no, it's great to see. You can sit with us. You can stream it everywhere you get podcasts every Tuesday. I mean, it's like our podcast, but even better.
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 Here's what I'm gonna beg of you guys. If you're out there listening, do not listen to You Can Sit With Us. It's available every single place that podcasts are available. So it's gonna take a lot for you to avoid it. You could listen to it on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, on YouTube. Don't do it. They are sharing our
It's
deepest,
going to their
darkest
heads.
secrets. In this episode that comes out on Tuesday, Maggie talked about how we met. That's a private story. She talked about the time she found a dildo in my bed. I'm not even gonna tell you the
What?
details of that because it
she
is
did.
so deeply personal. Why would you even want to know what that story is? That's crazy. You don't want to know that.
I
So
feel
don't
like we've
go
told
listen.
that story 6 times on the TryPod.
It's a good story.
I hear
think
dildo
I know
and
I've
then
heard
you're
it
like,
a lot.
what?
Yeah.
On iTunes, it says, Maggie, Becky, and Ariel are your new best friends. In their weekly podcast, they dive into female friendships, current events, and what's going on in their lives.
Who
Sit
even
down with
wants
them
that?
and enjoy. Your new best friends? So then they're not my best friend anymore.
Sounds like they're trying to replace us in your life, and I'm not gonna stand for it.
Zach is continuing his quest for more beef. Now with his own significant other.
I think I finally found my target.
Now we can title this episode, We Almost Broke Up.
They do say keep your enemies closer, and I'm keeping her very close.
Oh, I was just going to say it's like the TryPod if you like us, but with class.
Just go listen to it. And I was like, oh, we're talking about their podcast so much. Why don't we talk about what's cool about us?
Yeah.
Maybe the reason, like, we have cool stuff. We're cool.
You felt
I still
cool.
got my cat.
Yeah.
He keeps sneaking into this room. He's not allowed in this room. And he's been sneaking in and hiding under the skee ball machine, which, update, I think I'm going to throw it away.
No.
Why?
No.
It's lived its life. I've stopped playing it, and it takes up about
corner
20
of the
square
room.
feet, and that's a lot of square feet in an apartment. So it makes it hard to get in. Like, see how far that couch is pushed toward the closet? It makes it very hard to access the closet. So it's gotta go.
What's your next cardboard carnival game construction?
I don't know. I've thought about doing a pinball machine, and those I used to do
That'd
those
be
as
tough.
a kid, but I used little shoebox ones, so I thought maybe I could make like a bigger one. Oh, you know what I really thought would be funny that I think I can do is an air hockey table. Yeah, so I
What do you
take
use for the fan?
Would you just
fan.
get underneath it and blow it with your mouth?
No, I have an old like simple oscillating fan from like Target, like a $25 fan, but it's pretty big. So I think if I put that in the base and then I put a flat piece of cardboard with holes, but maybe another one below that also has holes, just so it disperses it evenly, because I'm not exactly sure how to make sure the air is even throughout the whole top. And then you can make little cardboard pucks, little cardboard things. That should be very doable.
I like the idea of your air hockey table with the oscillation, so that they're dead zones that kind of randomly, you have to time the shot.
Yeah, it's a variable playing field.
Did you guys ever have those hockey games where you move the little rods back and forth, and when you twisted it, the little player like flipped back and forth?
Yeah, foosball.
Oh, yeah.
No. He's talking about the hockey
Specific-
version of
It's like a
foosball.
hockey version
Oh.
where you would control individual players, and like the rod, if you moved it back and forth, you could move them like forward and back over the entire length of the field.
Yeah, they had like at-home versions of that, but there also are arcade versions of that. It was like it's like in a glass bubble. You remember like man, I always love talking about arcades. It's my favorite thing ever. But there were like Zach, was it you and I who found the weird Pac-Man game, or somebody else? I found this baby Pac-Man.
Oh my God. It was
it's
wild.
It's baby Pac-Man, and it's Pac-Man on top. Very normal, right? Pac-Man. It's Pac-Man.
Just smaller.
Yeah.
But when you go down, so if you exit the screen down, which that was one of the options, you instead release a pinball to a miniature pinball game. And you play pinball, and then when you lose the ball, Mr. Little Pac-Man comes out the top screen, and now you're playing Pac-Man again.
What?
It was so bizarre. And also, even though it was clearly made for babies, the absolute hardest pinball games I have ever played.
It was made for babies.
It's for babies. It's
I don't
baby
think babies
Pac-Man.
can
It's for
play
babies.
pinball at all.
Anyone
Mrs.
under
Pac-Man is just
anyone
for
under
single
12 is a
ladies.
baby.
I will say one of Wes's recent hobbies has been to carry the power drill around.
Oh.
Oh, boy.
Hell yeah.
He gets into the tool basket, grabs the power drill, and he calls it the nail gun, and he says, "Nail gun?"
Wow, he's so right.
I've actually been like fixing some things with him. Like I fixed our gate. It was, whatever. It was creaking, and I totally fixed it. Now it's so smooth. It's so perfect.
Daddy
I'm so
man's
proud of it.
man,
It's a
whatever.
daddy
Daddy
project.
man.
But like I'll
Protector of the
I'll put-
household.
Yeah, protecting
Provider.
the household. Yeah, whatever. Providing and protecting. Anyways, literally, Edward does mean that. Wes, well, I'll put it in the screw, and then I'll let him press the button, and then he'll like screw in or unscrew screws with me. It's really fun. I feel like I'm doing little projects with my kid.
cute.
Also, he did scratch our car.
Wait, this is something. Edward, your name means the protector.
It means like noble protector or something.
You guys don't know what your first names mean?
I don't know what my first name means. Do you guys know what your first name?
So mine is very funny because Habersberger means oat hill, like a hill of oats, like a farm of oats on a hill. And then Keith means from the battlefield.
Oh.
So my name is from the Oat Hill battlefield.
Oh,
Wow.
wow. You must have made a name for yourself on the battlefield.
What I'm hoping is that the reason Habersberger evolved into its version was that at some point he was a brewer and he made like oat stouts. That's my hope. This is obviously me just imagining what I want, but that is what I want. And then he had to go to war and he became Keith Habersberger.
I just Googled mine, and Edward, of course, is the name of a lot of British kings. It's an Anglo-Saxon worm, Ed, which means like wealth, fortune, prosperous, and then Word, which is guardian, protector. So my name literally means rich daddy.
Rich daddy.
Or, wealthy protector.
Ooh.
Which I guess is what you want in a king, sort of.
Eugene, what's your name mean?
The etymology is a little problematic.
Oh no! Oh jeez.
Think of another word that uses the root of my name.
Oh.
Eugenics?
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
yikes.
Oh.
Genes, race, stock, or kin. You, noble, well-born. Oh, so it means
Well-born,
good
I think is
genes.
what it means. But yang is fun. Yang is like in the yin yang. Yang is, or yang as it's pronounced, is like the masculine. It's like the sky. It's bright. It's positive, which is weird because I'm totally more of a yin.
Well, that's the balance.
Zach, your name means God remembers.
Oh, I was going to say a joke.
Oh, okay. You do your
I'll
joke.
do a
We
joke
can cut
instead.
Still say it, Zach.
I'll say
Say it,
boner,
say it
boner,
about
boner,
Zach.
boner.
It's still good.
Tell
It's
us
still
the
good.
joke.
Guys are
Tell us
fucking
the joke,
amped
Zach.
for it, bro. The
Yeah.
listeners are like,
Impress us with the
give me
joke.
that
People
joke
Give us
from
the
Zach.
joke, Zach.
This is crazy. I'm looking up my name here, and this says the meaning is super handsome with stunning ankles and a charismatic personality. Wow, that's awesome.
That was the joke?
That was
That
the
was
joke,
Eugene.
Eugene.
That was a good
was the
joke.
joke?
It was a
Eugene.
joke. I wouldn't say it's
Eugene.
the
Oh.
joke.
I thought the joke was going to be on the actual definition. You'd say it meant God forgot.
That's a better joke. Yeah, I'd say my name meaning God remembers. I don't know that he wants to remember everything I've been doing.
Nasty.
Oh, he does.
Wow, Eugene, did you know that there were a lot of popes named Eugene?
Yeah. I often cite this for some reason because it's one of my favorite things to chat about. But you know how there's like names that just go extinct? There's just names
Yeah.
that don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Bertha. Agnes.
Eugene's on the short list of endangered names.
No,
Like,
your
it's
name
going-
is endangered?
None of us are gonna name our kid Eugene. However,
I
certain
will.
names.
I'll
certain
name
names
my
are,
kid
like,
Eugene.
certain names are consistently popular, like Edward, Zach, Keith. Even to a certain degree, is not dying out. It's just maybe not as popular. As
Not
Edward
as
or Zach.
popular.
Well, I mean,
And then
Eugene,
there are some names that resurge, like generation, and then it skips, like gem names and flower names were very popular amongst the boomers'
60s.
parents. But boomers hated them. Boomers were never named that.
Yeah.
And then all the millennials want to name our kids,
Saffron.
Petunia.
Violet, Petunia, Rose,
I mean,
Opal.
Eugene, you're killing it in the Middle Ages. I feel like it's time, because you are so popular, like you, Eugene Li Yang, you will probably be somewhat responsible for a resurgence in the name Eugene.
Yeah. I
Also,
think so.
people love Schitt's Creek. Eugene Levy's never been hotter. Who knew?
Yeah.
Who knew it would happen now?
Yeah. People may not
true.
directly think that they're naming their kids after you. I mean, some might, but it just in general, it'll be in their consciousness and they'll have a positive association with it. And I bet in like 10, 15 years, we'll see a lot more Eugenes in the world because of you.
Eugene, you have my word that I will name my child Eugene, and I shall name it after you, and I shall name my second child Eugenia, and all of my children will be an ode to you.
Zach, don't name your kid Eugene Kornfeld. That kid's gonna get picked on so much.
Eugene Kornfeld.
Eugene Kornfeld.
Well, no, I'll name my child Eugene Li Yang Kornfeld.
I shall name my child Jean Jeanifor, spelled with the G.
I'm okay with Eugene going out of style. I think Gene should continue. That's kind of a cool name,
Gene.
Or just, everyone name their kid Keith.
Yeah, so, the situation I'm in is you can't shorten Keith, and Keith ain't short for nothing. It's just Keith. You can't be a Zachary Zach. You can't be a Gene Eugene. You can't be an Edward Ed. You just got to be a Keith.
What about, do you ever extend your nickname? Perhaps you could be Keithy.
Yeah, I could be Keithy.
Heathifer.
Gross.
Don't love it.
Yeah, it's bad.
Keithy.
But I do have Douglas as my middle name. And the reason is that my parents gave all of my brothers and I middle names that could be last names in case we wanted to drop Habersberger because it's so long. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Habersberger is a hilarious name. It's so challenging, and it just got so many letters in it. Why would I drop it?
That's so considerate of them and strangely self-defeating.
Kind of. Well, it's also... The funnier thing is that my brothers both have middle names relating to family names. Both their first and middle name are family lineage names. But Keith Douglas means nothing because they didn't want to offend either side of the family. So instead they just offended me by giving me no attachment to either side of the family.
You're untethered in history.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's Keith Douglas is just, well, let's grab some names that sound fun together and that'll be that kid's name.
I mean, let's be real. Out of everyone's names, I would probably name my kid Miles.
Oh my God,
Miles is a good name.
I want to cry.
I'm just saying, you have the coolest name objectively.
You do have
Miles?
A cool name.
Oh my God. Miles, your name means boastful soldier.
Yeah, and Bonsignore means good sir, essentially gentleman.
Oh.
So.
Boastful soldier, good
Boastful
sir.
soldier, good sir.
No wonder you command a whole nation.
Exactly. That's why the leader of the nation.
I just like that your name is a unit of measurement.
Yeah.
Wait, is that a thing? The Miles Nation has a decentralized government?
Yeah, the Miles Nation's
Oh,
run by
really?
the people. I can be ousted from
Wow.
the nation. Yeah, I know.
Well, hey, you heard it here first, listeners. This is your chance to overthrow
Yeah,
Miles
please.
as your ruler.
I welcome it.
I misread it, Miles. Your name actually just means soldier.
Well, hey,
It was saying
take it.
another type of Miles Gloriosus, who was a stock character in classical comic Roman dramas, means boastful soldier.
Love to hear that. I'll take
But
soldier.
I still think like you being boastful, you're really more of a Miles Gloriosus,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, I'll take it for sure.
Keith, have you ever seriously considered the underwear that graces your nether regions?
Honestly, Ned, no.
You got some important stuff down there. Thankfully, MeUndies has thought about this, which is why they're changing the game with softer than soft, sustainable undies in fun prints like unicorns.
What?
Or giraffes.
Woo.
If you're not feeling like you're just softer than smooth, silky, smooth underpants, then you should reconsider. I mean, we both have tried MeUndies. We love them. They're soft. They got fun colors. They got fun prints.
You know what the worst possible thing ever is? It's when you open your underwear drawer and there's no underwear in there because it's all in the laundry. Well, that sucks. But you can get a MeUndies membership and eradicate that terribleness forever.
That's right. MeUndies membership. It's a monthly subscription that sends new pairs right to your door so you can keep that undies drawer stocked, fresh, and fun. Plus, with member access to site-wide savings and exclusive sales, you can easily and affordably build a quality collection of super soft undies over time. And that's one heck of an undie upgrade, if you ask me.
If you ask me. And MeUndies has a great offer for you guys. For any first-time purchasers, you get 15% off and free shipping. It's a no-brainer, people, especially because they have a 100% satisfaction guarantee. That's all the percentages you can have.
To get your 15% off your first order, free shipping, and 100% all the percentages satisfaction guarantee, go to MeUndies.com/tryguys. That's MeUndies.com/tryguys.
Fellas,
Yes.
guys,
Guys.
friends,
Hey, guys.
I have a story that I have not told.
Ooh, I want to hear your story.
That's rare. That's rare for quarantine. We've really exhausted most stories.
That's rare for Zach.
I know, who knew? Guys, I want to try something different this week. I would like to talk about myself.
Whoa! First time.
First
New
time
segment.
ever. Wow. All right, here
New
we go.
segment, Zach talks about Zach.
New segment.
segment.
More Zach.
Wow.
Well, I need a theme song for my new segment.
Well, actually...
So you guys may or may not know this, and same to the viewers out there, but during this quarantine, I, Zachy Kornfeld, became a movie star. I was in the highest grossing movie in America, and I am the star of that movie.
What?
I know what this is.
You're waiting for a catch, and there is one. So a buddy of mine, Eric Tabak, who has a YouTube channel, Gesundheit Bowie. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but he loves sneezing. So a buddy of mine, Eric, he came up with this plan during quarantine, during the pandemic. All the movie theaters in the world, or in America, they're all closed. So he goes, oh my God, I've always wanted to make movies, to be a movie star. This is my chance. If I make a movie and get it into theaters, box office numbers are so abysmally low that we can become the #1 movie in America. So we filmed the entire thing over Zoom. It's a horror movie. Fun fact, I actually still haven't watched it yet, so I don't even know if it's good or not. I've been busy.
Doesn't matter.
Classic
Forgot
movie
about
star
it. Yeah, it doesn't
move.
matter. I'm like Adam Driver. I don't actually watch my movies. I'm just a brilliant actor.
It's about the work, you know?
Yeah.
The process is the reward. So we filmed it in a night. It took, for me, just a few hours.
Just a few hours, and it's an entire movie?
It's like it's a short film. It's like a 25-minute movie.
Wow. It can get into a movie theater being only 25 minutes long?
So what they did, he found this loophole where, I forget what the word of it is, where basically he rented at a theater and all of the money went right back to him. So he rented at a theater and just made it a sold-out movie for an entire day, again and again and again.
The money goes right back to him? Like the movie theater pays you out.
So he did a buyout.
A portion of the ticket sales?
He did a buyout of the theater for, let's say, I'm throwing out a number, $25,000.
Sure.
And then he charged every ticket to add up to $25,000 because that was the threshold that theater needed to be for that person to get all of the money. So he bought those tickets and then it would pay him back. Now, what's interesting about this loophole is that it's going to be problematic when he does his taxes.
Yeah, big time.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be really problematic when he does taxes because he's going to have gained all of that revenue.
But won't he have lost it with the $25,000 that he used to buy out the theater?
I think it's a hold of $25,000.
I could call him right now.
You can watch the video. He explains it a little bit better than us, but he doesn't, I think, realize yet that he technically has to claim that he had all of that in revenue.
Oh,
yeah,
boy.
he's going to be a little boned in a couple months. But I'm not going to be because officially, go off, Zach. Yeah, it was on Box Office Mojo. It's a real thing. We were, by a couple $100, the #1 grossing movie in America for that one day.
Wow.
So what a funny little cheating of the system there.
That's crazy. Yeah. That's so cool.
So henceforth, I would like to be referred to as box office star Zachy Kornfeld.
Box office breaking superstar.
Zach.
Thank you.
The Stone Johnson.
That feels right.
Sounds like a porn star name, though.
Zach the Stone Johnson feels right to you? That's what feels right?
Zach the Sandy Loam Johnson.
Does that mean some poor projectionist had to replay that movie over and over to zero audience members?
To 2 audience members. Eric was there.
Okay. Okay. So not totally wasted time.
Yeah, no, pretty bad. And also, as someone who adores movies, at first I was like, this is fucking awesome. And then I was like, wait a second. The industry that I love is just limping along barely for life. And the fact that we could just rent at a theater and for not even $25,000 be the #1 movie? Oh my God. It really actually broke my heart.
Yeah, that means no one is spending money at movies right now.
Well, you can't.
Nope.
The only place you can would be a drive-in.
You see those lists going around about the most susceptible you might be to exposure to coronavirus based on activities.
Yeah.
I believe movie theaters is on a 1 to 10 scale, like an 8. It's
It's bad.
Yeah. Because you're in such close proximity and you don't know how well they clean. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was thinking maybe I could get away with it because you wouldn't really be in close proximity. Yeah, I'm not going to a packed movie theater, but like 5 people, right? Isn't that okay? But no, recirculated air, being inside for 3 hours together, almost as bad as a plane.
You know, I've seen
Not worse.
that there is something they're doing on planes, and I should have sold this idea when I had it, because they said at the very beginning of coronavirus, one of the things that helps kill it is UV light. Prolonged exposure to UV light is supposedly can take it away. So they've been using like UV light cleaning on airplanes, where they're like literally just blasting it with light.
And you get to your destination and get a tan.
Oh my God.
I don't think they do it simultaneously. I think it's just an in-between flight thing, but that's a great idea.
I would do it simultaneously. Instead of little peanut packs, they give you the little tanning goggles.
You know, I guess it is a big metal tube, very similar to a tanning bed. Right. You just make all the overhead lights just UV.
Oh my God, where were you? In Boca? Actually, I was in Alaska, but this tan is from the airplane. Thank you.
I was in Alaska Airlines.
You know, we will have one of us understand a little bit more about the airline procedure, as Eugene has to take a plane soon.
Yes. So a rather serious announcement for our audience members, but I will be leaving for Korea for at least 6 weeks due to a very severe illness in the family. So all of the family is going to be flying over there. I will be, obviously I won't be working during that time because I need to be close to my loved ones. And so you will not see me in the TryPod for the next 6 weeks. And hilariously, when I get back, you probably won't see me in Try Guys main channel videos for a little bit. But everyone's being very supportive, so thank y'all for that. And we are going to be fine. But I think what we can talk about is the kind of insane aspects to air travel, especially going to a foreign country, which is kind of the irony is that as nervous as I am, I feel like Korea should be far more nervous that I, as an American, is coming there.
They are. They definitely are.
Yeah.
So what's the procedure like?
I know that when I get there, Korea is one of the countries that uses an app that you also are monitored by with GPS.
Whoa.
So you have to download an app, put in all your information, and so that way they can also track you to make sure you don't leave the room that you're in.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You're not even allowed to go down to the lobby to get a quick bite to eat.
No,
Get a little muffin to go.
No, Korea mandates. Most countries are require a 2-week quarantine once you arrive if you're coming from
smart.
out of country.
That's how they have so few cases.
It's more stringent in places like Korea because if you come to America, you kind of can just go and say you're going to someone's house, and then they don't know if you're walking out or going to the bars within the next 2 weeks.
Right.
But in Korea, they can actually see where you're at, which is why when those announcements first came out, you have that classic argument where someone's saying, "Oh, they're sacrificing their freedom for safety."
Yeah.
Which, yeah,
Yeah.
that's why their rate was so low and is so low. But it will be fascinating because you can't leave the room. So they assign you a hotel or government sanctioned building that is only full of travelers. I think there's some things that can cause exceptions. Like if you, I think that if you can really pry with the consulate or something, you can maybe get some exception about choosing the hotel you're at or where you're staying. But I do know that the main rule is that wherever you're at, food is delivered to your door 3 times a day. Like so you can't, they leave it at your door. You know, at least you
Room
have
service.
things like, Wi-Fi.
Mandatory room service.
Sounds
Yeah.
luxurious.
Yeah, but
the
those salads are
challenge is
$35.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. The challenge is being by yourself and isolated for 2 weeks.
You can't even isolate with your party?
No, you can't isolate with any people you're traveling with.
What if you're
Really?
married and have a small baby?
Then you can't go there, I think.
Yeah,
I think like maybe they allow the baby to stay with potentially the mother or the father, but overall, like I'm traveling with siblings and I know that they put you in individual rooms.
That's shocking to me. You can't be with your siblings.
I think they could, but they also, I don't know. I think whatever they're doing, they just want to be as
Now,
safe as
do
possible.
you want to be with your siblings, Eugene?
great.
Would you
Yeah,
rather
that's
be in a
true.
room
Hell
with your
no.
sisters?
Yourself. I'm imagining
Honestly-
Wes just like having the time of his life in a room by himself, just like pulling off, like flipping the toilet paper roll everywhere and like pulling out all the magazines.
Yeah, I'm sure there are exceptions, especially for infants. But yeah, I think that, you know, like any travel situation with siblings, I would have loved a shared living room area with separate rooms.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like growing up, so that you don't want to murder each other at the end of every day. But for young kids listening to this who have siblings, it doesn't end. You always still have the same relationship with your siblings.
That's not true. My relationship has strengthened beyond any bit of my imagination as a child.
Oh, our relationship is strengthened, but we still want to kill each other.
Like the desire to kill each other is stronger.
No, the desire to kill each other is weaker now, but it's still there.
Still
it's still
there.
prevalent.
I guess,
we don't
yes.
we don't hit each other anymore. But if you're in a room with your sister or brother for like 2 weeks straight, I feel like you'd want to kill each other.
I'm curious what you're doing to prepare yourself to pass that time. So I did 2.5 weeks of isolation. A lot of people out there are doing it. if they live alone. But when I did it, I had like a lot of my stuff with me. I had Bowie with me, so I at least was able to go on walks. You're going to be in one room, which again, I think a lot of people out there, especially during the early lockdowns, have done that, but not in a different country. So what are you bringing with you? What are you planning on to make use of your time? And
yeah, are you going to get really into StarCraft and try and work yourself up the competitive rankings?
Well, here's the thing is, I think most people would probably first say video games, but I don't play video games.
Now's a great time to start.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I feel like I'm actually going to do the impossible and be extremely productive. So I'm going to do a lot of personal work. So I'm going to just kind of treat it like I am in the quote unquote writer's cabin in the woods.
Oh,
so
yeah, I guess that's
I'm going to try to be
it's like a writer's
more
retreat.
productive. Yeah, I'm trying to be more productive than I was, and I'm sure that we all feel during quarantine at home, because it is very impossible to work on things. And that also might encourage me to also try to take a step back from social media over the 6 weeks. So I might be going generally pretty dark for the time that I'm there, which I think will be good, because I think the last thing, your family needs is you instinctively glancing down at your phone all the time, which is, we're used to each other doing it, but I think in an illness situation, I think it would just be like probably the height of rudeness for me to do that. So yeah, I think I'm going to try to just step back from everything and figure things out. Maybe I'll finally get abs, because I'm not going to have that much access to alcohol.
Hey.
So doing the video Ned wanted me to do. But yeah, I think overall I'm going to try to remain positive and make whatever I'm bringing to that quarantine very positive, so I don't come out feeling crazy or groggy or uninspired. Just because I think the most important part is after that quarantine, why I'm gone for so long, is then I have approximately 4 weeks to actually be with my family.
Right.
So
Right.
I want to come out like fucking, chipper as fuck. Because funnily enough, you guys, we joke about this. I am the Heath, Ned, Zach of my family. Like,
You're really going to loop us all in one...
I think we're all one person.
Really?
I think that's fair.
That's fair.
yeah. Like they're I think they're most excited for me to go there to provide clown-like entertainment. So
Well, I
think
can't be mad at that.
my mother explicitly called me useless because I'm not fluent in Korean. One of my sisters and my stepsister are, so she's like, well, you can just, dance around and maybe find movies to watch. And I was like, okay, I can do that. She's like, make jokes, be funny. And I said, all right, cool. Trained my whole life for this.
So, Eugene, I hope that one thing you will find with a sort of like social media pause or this quarantine time is a realization that I had somewhat recently, where I did like a mini retreat for my birthday, and it was a really concentrated time to be away from my, the kind of the routine of home and all of our work and social media. And I kind of left very rejuvenated and feeling it kind of, I was feeling kind of depressed off and on, and that kind of really helped build me back up again. But one thing that I realized was I was getting caught in this trap of something that has been called doomscrolling on some news websites, where, you're just reading a bunch of information about, the coronavirus in the world and getting very upset about things. And I realized that if, like, me reading an additional news article on my phone would not make me happy, but me really, like, focusing on my child or my family, or trying to really have be present and have a real connection, a moment of connection with the people I love, that's what was nourishing me and making me happy.
I'm doing the opposite. I'm kind of thriving in the spiral, baby. I'm just sort of raging myself up every day. I'm just finding some other thing to...
Revving up your engine.
Just find something else to be mad about, because there's things that people need to be put in their place. I don't want to wear a mask. Fuck you. You want to be racist? Well, fuck you too. I'm ready. I'm fighting. I'm fighting them all. I'm getting them, taking them down. You know, I believe that reading labels is key. I do it with everything. I've been doing it with sunscreens. I've been doing it with all the food I buy, all the beauty products that Becky and I use, and even my deodorant from Native, because Native deodorant doesn't just block odor better, it's made better. It has the ingredients you've heard of like coconut oil, shea butter, tapioca starch, and it's also vegan, and plus it's never even tested on animals. Aluminum forms a plug in your sweat glands to keep you from sweating, and that's why Native never uses ingredients like aluminum, parabens, sulfates, or talc. Switching to an aluminum-free deodorant doesn't mean you have to sacrifice on the odor protection. Native will keep you smelling and feeling fresh all day long. It's got over 10 scents, including rotating seasonals, baby. It's got something for everybody. Their most popular classic scents are coconut and vanilla, lavender and rose, cucumber, mint, citrus, and herbal. I use this all the time. It's been great for me. It really was a switch. And I remember in like high school, I started realizing I was allergic to a lot of commercial deodorants, so I've always been chasing a good deodorant, I feel like, and I finally, found Native, and it's worked super well for me, and Becky likes it as well. And it's risk-free to try. Every product comes with free shipping within the US, plus free 30-day returns and exchanges, and you can see why so many people love Native and check out their over 14,000 5-star reviews. So do what I did and make the switch to Native today by going to nativedeo.com/tryguys or use promo code tryguys at checkout and get 20% off your order. That's nativedeo.com/tryguys or use promo code tryguys at checkout for 20% off your first order.
It has been fun to see the activation of Keith, because he on social media. You were a very like passive poster, I would say, for a long time, and your fisticuffs are out and you're ready to rumble.
I've been waiting. I've been like, I used to have this approach to, I'm just going to like, just by engaging with trolls, it gives them validity, and I've switched to, if people can see trolls engaging with me and I don't tell them they're wrong, then I don't want people to think that they shouldn't stand up to other people in their life that are wrong. I think so I've changed mine to be, I'm trying to be an example. If someone hears something that's wrong from their family member or someone else, I want them to have the courage to say, hey, that's incorrect, and also try to provide some information. Now, I'll start with information, and if they're just a troll, then eventually I'll just be mean. But I try not to start with just meanness.
I've been doing lately, when I am rebutting someone or mean to them, I say it in the sweetest, nicest way possible. It's like, hello, Leslie. Thank you for your note. Here's why you're wrong. It's an imbecile. It stands for you to take. Character. I wish you the best. It's like I put them down with just the absolute love.
Although I am going to take something out of Ned's book, because I'm going to go on a little retreat. Although the fun variable I have is that, so my brother and I, we're meeting in the middle. We're going to drive, but it's a 12-hour drive for each of us going different directions. We're going to I know, it's going to be long. It's going to be some hiking in New Mexico, some of the trails. And I'm also excited because I'm going to take like the southern route through Tucson, and I've never driven that route before. So it's one of the few routes in America that I've never driven. So I'm excited to do that, and then we're going to hike, but we're considering bringing the cat. Why bring the cat? I don't know. Why the fuck not bring the cat?
Cats known as intrepid hikers.
Well, he's just going to hang out at the Airbnbs while we hike. It's more like we're only going to hike sort of every other day, and we're going for like 9 days. So we'll have like break days and just hanging out in nature. We're mostly doing cabins.
I imagine a backpacking trip. No. So I was like, you're going to have a little backpack for the cat. So he's got these saddlebags. He's just walking next to you up these
Alfred
trails.
Doesn't like being in bags. But yesterday we did just put him on a harness and a leash, and we took him down to the car, and he drove with us to Popeyes and back. And he enjoyed the car ride. He was chill. He was a little nervous at first, but then he was like totally like whatever. And I've had cats that hated cars, that were always like so bewildered by their motion. But this cat, man, he just proves time and time again he's the most perfect cat.
Well, also, Keith, you were taking him to Popeyes. Any cat would be stoked for that.
He was amped, and then when we got back, we gave him one of his gross ass treats that are called broths. There's just a packet of broth and a little bit of flaky meat, and boy, does it smell horrific, but he loves it.
Like delicious for a cat.
Yeah, he's into it.
Let's go back to we're looking at. Or sorry, do you have more there, Keith?
No, I just gonna say we're trying to figure out how he put a litter box in the car and drive with him because it's 12 hours.
Do not stop short, Keith.
I know. So we're figuring out. I'm figuring it out.
Well, Eugene, we wish you the best, and we will miss you. And I hope that everything goes as well as can be expected.
Well, let's talk about we're facing 6 weeks without Eugene, right? This is the first time that we will have been that long without you in our life since almost 6 years ago, which is crazy. So you made a quick reference to this, but just so people understand, we film so far ahead that for these next 6 weeks, you're still going to be on our channel, and it's not till when you get back that our production cycle is going to catch up, and then it's going to be a lopsided absence. He'll be absent on the TryPod now.
And we'll still be able to like draw some things out. I mean, the video we released on Monday, I think we filmed in February.
Yeah.
People don't know, but that's how we do things.
That's how we do.
It takes a while.
But you know what's good is if you follow both the Try Guys YouTube channel and the TryPod, then that means you would get nonstop Eugene.
It's true.
In your life. Because of that lapse in the cycle. So you viewers don't have to live this horrific reality that we will without our precious boy. You know, so you're lucky. You're lucky. You're
Eugene,
lucky.
It's now, we're recording this on Tuesday. What does the rest of the week look like for you?
Filming 20,000 Try Guys videos.
Yeah. We're trying to film a month's worth of videos in 3 days.
Yeah, it's basically getting all of these banked so that we have videos, so it doesn't feel like anything's totally out of the ordinary for the main channel. And then, just prepping for, I haven't been back to Korea actually in over 12 years, 13 years, which is crazy because that's considered, I think, I've been there over 5 times, but it all happened like within the same 5 to 6 year period. Mm-hmm. And then I just like came to LA and was working. But it's going to be interesting because it's also during coronavirus, but it's also going back to the motherland, you know? Mm-hmm. That's my motherland. So it's going to be very interesting to see how it is. And also, it is so interesting to go places so y'all don't have this experience as much, I think, because you don't necessarily identify as one particular race, but as in Korean American, when I go there, I'm American. Like, I open my mouth and they see me and they're just like, oh, you're American. And it's such a weird, interesting cultural exchange that.
But it's only after you open your mouth.
Yeah, you examine me in my American context, and that's my experience. But then my experience with people who are from Korea, born and raised in Korea, is also very different. Often, regarded with some fascination or probably some annoyance because, I'm American. So, it'll be cool to be able to, meet a lot of people I haven't gotten to meet over the past 12 years.
Yeah, going as an adult, very different than going as a child.
Yeah. And I'm like way more attractive now.
Yeah, you're
like way more attractive.
I'm excited to hear from you. What is it like to be in a country with a competent government? I have no memory of that, so I can't wait to hear.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be like everyone's gonna be wearing a mask. I think like in Asian countries like that, if you're not wearing a mask, it's akin to blowing your nose and wiping it all over the seat and the space around you. Like, I think that you would be vilified just like immediately by everyone around you.
Are you allowed to walk in like some like major public squares and spaces? Like, I bet it would be pretty neat to see some iconic locations very empty.
Yeah, I think they're
it's
open.
Not empty.
They're more open than we are, so
wow,
they can like go shop.
Because everyone that comes in stays in a hotel for 2 weeks.
They figured their shit out, man. They have baseball games going again. I think they're going back to school soon. Like, Korea,
that'd be nice.
Life's marching back to normal. That's what happens when you follow fucking rules. I think to talk about this past weekend, to July 4th, what I have seen is that the bad actors are not limited just to people in, Trump's America who don't believe in mask wearing. There's also a lot of liberally minded people who are going on their socials to tell you about how serious and dangerous this is, who are still very egocentric and want to have their party. And they go, oh, well, I know that my friends are fine. No, you don't. So I'd say that right now there's blame to go all around in every community.
Can we talk about the close proximity of fireworks in all our neighborhoods last weekend?
Boy.
I mean, I'm
was
talking
crazy.
like 4 houses down, straight mortars being launched, exploding over my face.
We had that as
Oh
well.
my God.
Nonstop.
Yeah, it was. So in LA, I mean, you probably, if you look on Twitter, there were a lot of videos circulating of how many fireworks are going off. Obviously all illegal. It's totally illegal here.
LA turned into Florida over the 4th of July. I mean, it was straight Duval.
For 6 hours, I could just hear like there wasn't a single second that didn't have at least a distant bang in it. And it was so intense, like for so long, that the next morning we had the worst air quality in the world.
There was like this haze. There's just
it was
this
horrible.
gunpowder haze
The
over
world.
the entire like, and it was like a little like misty. So it's just the moisture mixed with the haze, and it just felt thick.
I couldn't walk my dog the next day. Your eyes stung.
I was trying to watch the second act of Hamilton, and it was just like pop, 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 pop. And then there's some big ones. I'd go outside and I'd try and look because I was like, oh, well, fireworks are cool to look at. But then they were so infrequent because it wasn't like an actual,
Same.
like city
Go.
display. Then I'm just standing on my front porch looking at nothing. Then I could go back inside, try and watch the movie, and it's just pop, 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 pop.
Yeah.
So I
I
don't
did
know
see
what
2
it's.
that were like right on my block. Very scary explosions, and I did not appreciate it.
Ned, you may know what it is that it's measuring, but in your app, it's just the air quality index, as Keith was saying. And I don't know what that number means, but right now, like New York is 53. And I was looking all around at different cities. It was like 42, 38, 53, a little high. The other day, the day after this, it was over 240 in Los
my
Angeles.
God.
It was
Crazy.
crazy. So when Keith
Beijing
said that you could
levels.
literally see it, like there was literally a thick mist it was just, crazy, crazy, crazy.
I mean, fireworks are basically just blowing up the periodic table of elements. Like,
Yeah, it's true. You
it's
get all
metals.
the colors from metals.
Yeah, so what you're breathing in is actually like gunpowder and just metals, like burned, charred metal. Like it is really not good for your lungs. And it's like, those are like, some of those are going to be some heavy metals that like, when you inhale them, they're just yours now. Literally, they're in you now, and that's it. They're in you forever.
I have a story.
Segment alert.
New segment.
A new segment to try. This morning after I brought my dog out just to, I had to pee, but I was like, my plan is get in, get out. And then all of a sudden across the street, there's this little dog and it kind of runs up at us and yaps and then runs back. And I look around and there's no one else on the street. And so I walked up, but Bowie, was very excited. So I tied him up to a tree. I walked up and I scooped up this little doggo and I looked around. And as I scooped him up, another woman came out and she's like, is that your dog? I'm like, no, is it your dog? And we're like, fuck. So I then had to stay out for 20 minutes knocking door to door to find this dog's owner. And eventually some like very hectic, frantic woman ran out of her house with her boyfriend. And they were like, oh my God, thank you so much. Our friends left our door open. I'm like, first of all, you shouldn't be having friends over. Second of all, your door shouldn't be left open because there's chemicals out here. But third of all, I'm a hero. You're welcome.
Wow.
I felt good.
Kornfeld, box office star, saving
third of all,
cats,
have you seen my
saving
film?
puppies.
Guardian of
I'm
Dogs.
going to rename it to box office hero Zachy Kornfeld. There you
Nice.
go.
Wow.
Very nice.
Now, okay, Eugene, before this podcast ends, I know that we're going to be missing you in the day-to-day of our podcast, but that doesn't mean that you need to be totally absent. I'm wondering if you could hit us with some of those classic Eugene zingers. Give us some quotes that we can maybe use you as a soundboard. Maybe some intros. Just give us, load us up with some Eugene goodies.
First one can be, Jesus Christ, Zach.
All right, selection 1. Shut the fuck up, Zach.
Pretty good. That'll come in handy a lot.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, Miles, let's order a soundboard right now.
Selection
happening.
2.
Ooh.
Selection 2.
Ooh.
We get it, Ned. You got a baby.
Good. That's good. That's good.
Very
It
good.
reminds me of this one time Wes was doing something.
Okay.
Selection 3. Keith.
I got a nice one.
Yeah.
Well, I assume you said something funny.
Yeah.
We can always
Sounds about
assume.
right.
And then selection 4. Go off, Miles.
Oh.
Yes, Miles.
Fuck, that's gonna be my ringtone.
Yeah, good idea.
Are there any future events that you might predict that you would like to comment on? Just in the next 6 weeks, you're not going to be able to comment on current events, so maybe you want to just get ahead and give
All right, so here's
your
some
take on it.
current events sound bites you can use. Selection 1. Jesus Christ, America, what are you doing?
Good read.
Selection 2. That sounds quite about white.
Oh, that was like a Dr. Seuss.
I like that.
We'll be using that one quite frequently.
Yeah. And then selection 3. Current events. Oh. Fuck Trump.
All right.
Go off. Good.
I was thinking you might do they're all dead now.
Oh,
wait,
Jesus.
too dark.
Ooh.
I just won from Eugene.
You know,
white people
it's
be like
possible.
that.
Why people be like
Let's get
that?
one of those, yeah.
Did you see the bubonic plague was found in China too? And we have antibiotics,
Yeah.
so I'm not super concerned
Yeah,
about it.
it's just like a thing that happens sometimes, and it's like it's crazy
That's
that they
really
ran that headline because it was just like trying to do fear mongering against Asian countries.
We know the world can get tough, but we encourage all of you to keep trying. No matter what, keep trying. Keep trying new things, but also just keep trying. And we are very excited because this weekend will be launching a Keep Trying t-shirt that you can wear on your chest, our motto, and take that philosophy to your heart everywhere you go.
Literally wear it on your heart.
Literally wear it on your sleeve.
Well, not on your sleeve. It's on your chest.
It's on your chest.
closer
The
to your
design
heart.
is on your chest.
Maybe
We have
wear it
a
on
black
sleeve.
and white and a colored version. And yeah, the Keep Trying line is coming out this weekend at tryguys.com.
So wait a second. I can catch the bubonic plague and it ain't no thing?
Yeah, it's fine.
As long as you treat it early with antibiotics, yeah, it's really
Because
no
that's a good video, guys.
Oh my god.
Oh my
I caught the
God.
bubonic plague. Are you kidding me? Clickety click clack.
Oh
that would
my
be
God.
viral. Look, do I want to catch the bubonic plague? No, but do I have employees? One named Miles who wants to prove himself. Absolutely.
I'll do it.
Miles, that's a banger.
I'll do it, dude. I'll freaking do it for my bosses, bro.
Yeah. I got bubonic
Go off,
plague.
Miles. Yes, Miles.
Yeah.
Well, if you want bubonic plague or maybe some other dope viral video ideas, you might need advice. I could use some advice, which is don't catch bubonic plague.
Yeah.
Advice that'll go for Miles with your host.
Brave soldier, good sir.
It's advice that'll go for miles. Tune it to your radio station. It's advice that'll go for miles. Everyone get ready, Miles Nation. Miles Nation, go! It's advice that'll go for miles. Advice that'll go for miles.
What's up, Miles Nation? How y'all doing tonight? Have you ever wanted to do it yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever wanted to blow bubbles up your ass?
No.
Well, okay, don't speak for yourself, guys.
Hydration is importante. And so is having a ball. Get a Sodastream and do it yourself.
Okay.
Soda's bad for you, okay? And so what you can do is make your own seltzy. And by making your own seltzy, you're freaking living a margarita lifestyle, if you know what I'm saying, compadre. So what
No seltzer and margaritas.
we're gonna wanna you're gonna wanna get a Sodastream. We just got this fresh offline, and it was delivered to my house, and I've been freaking pounding seltzer. I've got one right here. I've got a seltzer.
Whoa.
That's right. I'll have some right. Oh, you hear that? ASMR moment.
Wow.
Also, be careful, Miles. If you put that in the dishwasher, it warps.
Oh, yeah.
Learn from experience.
Don't want to put this in the dishwasher? You can freaking fill anything with bubbles. Milk, pizza, jelly. You can fucking make anything a seltzer if you want. So have fun.
Okay, we're talking about bangers on YouTube.
That's a good video.
Seltzer.
Will it seltzer?
Wait, that's a good idea. That's a great idea.
Miles, you're in charge of making that video
Hell yeah.
by yourself
Dude,
this week.
I absolutely will. Will it seltzer?
Doing seltzer milk is so I want to know.
Can you do Velveeta cheese as well?
Oh, seltzer milk. I mean, you can even
seltzer melted cheese.
blend up food and do a seltzer.
Queso. Will it seltzer?
Seltzer burger.
Seltzer burger. Ew. Yeah, that's a good idea. Anyway.
Yeah.
But,
I'll send you a Keith's chicken sauce to seltz up.
oh, yeah. That's fun.
I bet you seltzer tea would be good.
Yeah.
Iced seltzer tea, like, just give it a little bubble, give it a little fizz.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I love this advice, Miles. I'm a huge fan of carbonated soda. I bought a Sodastream for our office, and then we stopped using it, so I stole it and brought it home. And I have the Try Guys Sodastream in my house.
Oh, fuck.
And
Awesome.
Love it. Love it. Use it every day.
And that's the one that you warped in the dishwasher.
Yeah, and then so I stole it, and then I broke it.
Awesome.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Makes
company
me feel
property.
good.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's Zach's.
Yeah, we're fans too. We had one for a little while. I think we put it in storage, clear up some counter space, but we bust it out every once in a while.
Eugene
Good
has
to have
one,
that
right?
seltzy, that custom seltzy.
Yeah, Ned, you
Eugene has
actually
a fancy one.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
They call them carbonators when they're fancy.
I don't know. I thought I just had the SodaStream.
Oh,
The Carbonator travels back in time to murder a child.
Ha 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 ha, Keith.
Yeah, you just play the soundboard.
See, it's already working.
Go off, Miles.
Oh, I should just give you a simple, that's racist.
Yeah, that's good to
Yeah.
have. That's
Yeah,
good to
that's
have.
good to
Comes
have.
handy.
You got it. Keep trying.
there we go. Keep trying, everyone. Thanks for listening to the TryPod. Be sure to subscribe, rate us 5 stars, and please, whatever you do not check out You Can Sit With Us, available
Don't do
wherever
it.
you get podcasts.
It's
Do
every
not
Do it.
rate them 5 stars.
Actually do it.
It would
Do
certainly
it.
not help other people discover their podcast. No, but seriously, we couldn't be more happier for all of the ladies. They will soon eclipse us in all things, especially popularity.
The floor is yours, Eugene. How would you like to end?
I don't fucking know.
Keith, hit us with the official TryPod theme song.
We're gonna miss Eugene so much because we love him, 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 and sometimes we think he might even love us. It's the TryPod.
Until next time, stay beautiful.
This is the last chance for 6 weeks to tell us you love us. Do you want to?
Oh, my internet connection is going out.